With a recent Twitter video from Ikumi Nakamura taking the Okami fanbase by storm, will it mean the sun will rise once again for the White Wolf? How are we today, everybody? I hope you're all good. My name is Peter, and for today's video, I'd like to talk about the recent news of Okami director Hideki Kamiya's desires to make a sequel to the Shinto-inspired classic, and my thoughts on what this could all mean. To give you a bit of background, I have found enjoyment in 3D Zelda games such as Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker growing up, so when I first heard of Okami, a game that has taken heavy inspiration from the series, I was immediately interested. I got it on PS2, then got the HD remaster on Switch later on, and overall, it was a great experience. Its art direction makes it stand out to this day, and the idea of using a brush to draw shapes that interact with the environment was such a cool idea to me. Okami has always been one of those games that I wish had a full-on sequel, and I know we've got Okami Done on the DS, but I haven't played that one yet, and it is yet another game I feel like I need to try at some point. Without trying to spoil anything, the game's ending has also demonstrated that there is potential for the story to continue in new and compelling ways. Anyway, this recent video from Nakamura's Twitter shows that Kamiya has the desire to bring it back, and has sparked much speculation over the nature of whether or not it will actually happen for real. Firstly, Hideki Kamiya is notorious for being rather controversial with the way he uses Twitter. Also, the fact that Okami has come out in 2006 and hasn't seen any other sequels besides Okami Done since can already be discouraging for some, but this video wasn't the only time Kamiya has expressed interest in continuing with Amateratsu's adventures, and this is something that could give fans hope. During an interview with Metro in E3 2016, Kamiya stated that he had some ideas for both Bayonetta 3 and a new entry to Okami, and that he has spent a lot of time thinking about the possibilities. Fast forward a year and a half later, and Bayonetta 3 is officially announced for the Switch at the 2017 Game Awards. Seeing as Kamiya specifically mentioned Okami 2 during the same interview where he hinted the next Bayonetta, the announcement of Bayonetta 3 can be seen as another interesting development to give fans hope. Additionally, Capcom have demonstrated an interest in reviving dormant franchises after the recent successes of Monster Hunter World and the Resident Evil 2 remake. This seems to be pretty consistent with other releases like Mega Man 11 and Devil May Cry 5, therefore the idea of it being Okami's turn doesn't seem to be as impossible as you think back in 2006, where it struggled with sales. Despite said struggle, I think it's safe to say that Okami has been given much more exposure through the internet over the years, and everyone pretty much knows of its critical acclaim, and the HD remaster on current gen systems reinforces its legacy. Plus, whenever I go on the Switch eShop, there's usually a chance that I see Okami in the chart section, so it can't possibly be doing that bad if it consistently appears there. There's also another tweet from Nakamura which states the following: "I want to see simply great games and games that gamers want to play be developed. I don't understand budgets and politics. I just want to continue to be a creator that can say that great things are great. Okami is one of those that have the power to overcome all of that." To me, this shows that Nakamura believes that Okami's initial poor sales and it only appealing to a rather niche crowd should not get in the way of allowing the franchise to continue, prioritising quality and creative freedom over profit. Seeing as Okami is a Capcom property, and members of its original developer Clover Studios have formed Platinum Games after shutting down Clover, I think it would make sense for Capcom to allow Platinum to develop the game with Kamiya returning as director. Perhaps they could work something out and not only give the fans what they want, but also what the original creators want. So, what do I think about this situation then? Do I think this sequel will happen? While I don't want to get my hopes up and set myself up for disappointment, I've come to the conclusion that it's not entirely impossible. Kamiya clearly wants this to happen, and we live in a generation where we're seeing all sorts of underrated cult classic games return for a new audience, as well as getting old fans on board. For example, look at the likes of Beyond Good and Evil 2 and Psychonauts 2, both of which are sequels that fans were almost certain would never happen in a million years, and now they're on the way. I could very well picture Okami 2 as one of those games that fit under this category. Anyway, that just about does it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about the idea of Okami 2. Would you like to see it happen, or are you refusing to get your hopes up? I'd love to see what you have to say. And since you're here, why not check out some of my other videos, including this one, where I talk about why I'm not giving up on Pikmin 4, or this one, where I talk about my ideas for the next Mario Kart game. Until next time, see you later.